I'm actually wearing one. The universe is aligning. It's a sign. And all I have to do here is put my crown on. As you know, if you follow these meditations, I'm Jan Jorgensen at Sound and Light, healingarts.com. I'm here to encourage the voice of the divine feminine to stand up and be heard now and to speak without fear. Fear keeps us small, it keeps us contracted, it keeps us preoccupied, and fear is being unraveled, dissolved, unattenuated. I'm not even sure if that's a word, I'm channeling now. In other words, we no longer are slaves to fear. There is so much light and positivity coming in that it's almost like, the grasshopper, he jumps, the lid of the jar is here, and he jumps so high, the lid is off, and he doesn't know he can jump out because we're not used to it. We don't know what to do with freedom from our thoughts. We forget that today is the only point in time to focus on with gratitude and joy, with all the wisdom that you've collected, and to stop worrying. 90% of things that we worry about don't happen. I actually have a wonderful client, and she mentioned that her whole life she had one fear, and that was something related to a family providing for. And she did that, and she did that really well. And she said, well, gosh, I did the main thing I was afraid of. And I said, well, good thing you didn't replace it with another fear, right? All that time and energy, all those years focusing, well, it got her there. It got her across the finish line of accomplishment and feeling successful. But sometimes we let fear be the keeper of our thoughts, our lives, the kitchen. In other words, what are you cooking up? Well, fear. There's that movie like Water for Chocolate where she puts her emotions into the food. So when she's sad, everybody starts crying. When she's afraid, everybody starts getting agitated and afraid. That's how fear is. It's contagious. It's a mutation. It's not how humans were ever supposed to be on this earth. So about a week ago, I was talking to my partner, and we were talking about, life is harder right now. It's kind of crazy. And he said something like, well, sometimes it feels like everything's a struggle. And I said, sorry about this going in and out. It's the interest of the image of these screens. We need some new technology to correct that. But I said, okay, let's ask and intend that struggle is gone, that nothing is a struggle. And all that energy of preceding every activity that it's going to be a struggle is now released, which makes it easy, makes it doable. And just one step after another, but all that tension and energy of life is a struggle, I commanded that it's gone. So what does the body do? What does your nervous system do when the old script is gone? It detoxes. It goes into a mode where it's not really, has no operation manual, because you've commanded something new. And that is where we are now. We are done with fear. We are done feeling fearful about things that we can't control and that we'll be successful at anyway. And we are ready to look fear in the eye and say, done, go away. Struggle, done. So last night, I trust my intuition. I was at Habitat for Humans homes, and I bought this sign, and it was a vineyard, Cupcake Vineyards, real cute, and they didn't need it anymore, I guess, and donated it. So I wrote on that sign, our property is called Farm Hill, and it's the Sophia Grace Gardens. And I said, where struggle ceases for good. And I said, I'm going to make a sign about struggle being over. And what makes it cease? Goodness. It ceases for good, for goodness, for the goodness of life to be predominant in your thoughts, in your activities. Just where you might have thought struggle, goodness prevails. Goodness lives in me. Goodness is in my environment. And sometimes you need some good trouble too, just to mix it all up. So today, I realized we're going to do a meditation on feeling comfortable with letting go, with not freaking out and going to a panic attack, that you've let that imprisonment of the chains of your thoughts and of your perceptions and your preconceptions and apprehensions of life and predictions that are negative and fearful have been chains that have kept you in prison, under wraps. It has imprisoned your mind and all of your body, your somatic responses, so that when you do command freedom or no struggle, that shift that you go through can be with grace. You can expect it and allow it and think about it. It's natural. If you're going from one environment to a completely different environment with different prompts, different reactions, everything, because you have commanded it, and we can do that now. Don't be freaked out that you don't know how to be free and to be comfortable in your freedom from fear. So I've been trying this out, and I've been commanding that I merge with higher and higher vibrations. And when you do, you get farther away from your thoughts, your fearful thoughts. Believe me, they have no value or place when you are in your expanded spirituality. When your heart is open to all that is, and you feel compassionate towards all, it's just wonderful. But how do we deal again with the human personality part and our sense of needing anchor and safety? That's what we're going to talk about today. Okay, take a deep breath through your nose and out through your mouth. When we take deep dives into the light, there are consequences. There are changes. We're going to program ourselves to not fear those changes, to not resist them, but to observe them with joy and allowance as we let go. As a chain link fence, one by one old behavior and thought lets go. And when you command it all drops like I do, that can be a bit shocking. So you can choose bit by bit, one thought, one activity, one pattern, or all at once. We're going to ask and intend that as we let go of fear at whatever speed we choose, that we have an inner guidance system. We call in our spirit guides and helpers and angels. That when we let go, we also simultaneously create a cross within our body for time and space. That our mental and our physical body stays aligned, sane, calm, and clear. and that we feel anchored in the safety of freedom. Some people have never felt any freedom in their body. Coming into dissonant families, you already are contracting and reacting to fear archetype patterns. So take a deep breath. We ask and intend to set this sacred space. We place ourselves into a beautiful hold-on of balance. Feel your vibration in this moment. And honestly, in this moment, most likely you are like a jigsaw puzzle. An organ is holding old emotions. Your ankle is hurting because you had a broken toe and you had to shift your weight. Your heart might be heavy for a slight, the feelings of not being included. Your head might hurt from the toxins. It doesn't matter. In this moment, we're going to see all the puzzle pieces as an overlay, a veil of the human experience that you are choosing to vaporize and to let go and to choose wholeness, to be healed, to be vibrant. As Caroline Corey would say, to bring in the music of our Creator, that the frequency of every 0 point in your body begins to spin, to release pain, misalignment, emotional conundrums, all that has been a result of fear-based thinking and behavior. We ask that all of it be released. Now, gently, in the timing that is perfect for you, for your operating in this body, in this consciousness, in this personality, in this incarnation. So go ahead and take a deep breath, and don't worry, but it almost does feel like being naked, doesn't it? Yeah, it feels like all those puzzle pieces kind of kept you safe. You could talk about that, heartache with other people, have those pity parties and share and go on social media groups and get more excited about your problems. This is a huge step. We ask and intend to release everything that no longer serves us moving forward on this day. We are clearing all the decks. Beautiful. So I will repeat again, as we are deeply clearing, we have a new geometric structure that not only mirrors our divine inner 0 points in structure and of our consciousness, but it has its own self-righting and aligning and balancing system so that we feel anchored in this time of increasing solar flares, geophysical magnetization of the planet that is destabilizing power grid systems around the world. You're a power grid. We ask that you take care of this body, this physical body, with water and sleep and exercise right now, because you are going through all of that, receiving all this accelerating light and shifting into higher vibration. And now we're adding on to it to release fear. You signed up for this. One time I said to Spirit, who do you think I am, Joan of Arc? And they said, you signed up for this. All the light workers signed up for this. Help each other and take a breath, and this too shall pass. We will, in the future, and it'll just be a blink, and of course, universal time, we'll look back and smile at the things we were concerned about, the things that we focused on of a negative nature, when all along our divine core was emerging, and we are immersing ourselves into the light and bringing this light to earth. And as I say this, more light is coming into your body. We are lighting up all the little nodes within your geometric structure and connecting. It looks like a jungle gym. And we are now opening our crown chakra. We're going to ask for the Creator to bring forth the beautiful streaming rainbow of light, which is very powerful. So hold on here. Don't bring it in your body yet. Imagine that this beautiful rainbow ball of light is hovering over the top of your head. And now very gently with the slow inhalation, begin to allow that delicious colored light, which is healing medicinal frequencies, come down into your brain, unhitching old thought patterns, relaxing and letting go of any primal survival responses. We are weaving a beautiful golden embroidery of an angelic nature of new grids of light in your body, replacing the old non-productive fear-based patterns. So take a breath. And because higher vibrations always have the say at the end of the day, as these higher vibration forms are coming in, the old ones are letting go, like old peers that just got too weak to hold up a false fear-based illusionary reality, are just falling over, like old piers in the water that have had their day, just falling over. And you are feeling a sense of levity and lightness and just hovering safely in a weightlessness. Your consciousness has no weight. It has gravitas in its in its beauty and magnificent ability. But no, it does not on a scale. So in this moment, you might be feeling a little bit lightheaded, maybe a little bit woozy, and that's okay. And if you need to, go ahead and massage your neck. This is where spiritual energy comes in here. Massage your neck and tap your head to help all of these energies integrate as they are now flowing down into your neck, your shoulders, your chest, your upper chest, into your abdomen. Beautiful. These are aligning, healing frequencies, and each one of them has a little song of letting go. That's the repatterning. I am letting go, but I'm also aligned and safe and feel safe in my body, which has weight, while this glorious consciousness and all of my thinking is returning to light. No thoughts, just sensing. No judgment, no words. Just being, just in this beingness. Nothing to worry about. There is no next thing to do in this moment. There's nothing to do in this moment. That's why we meditate, to learn to let go of that chain link fence, one link at a time. And sometimes we let a whole panel of the chain link fence go down so we can walk through to the flower garden on the other side. So feel the beauty, the freshness, the sanctity, the spaciousness of this letting go. And notice that you do feel very safe in your physical body at the same time. And then there is a beautiful cross going through your body. And at the 0 point right in the middle is perfectly balanced. And you are simply present with nothing to do or to think. And this is safe. Beautiful. So in this state, it is very safe to ask and intend to go to a higher vibrational field. So we are asking to go over 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, what is ever comfortable for you. And allow yourself to somewhat exit the 3D realm. Allow yourself to be floating above it all without forcing any pictures or preconceptions. And just floating and being. We are resetting your nervous system to peace and freedom. Beautiful. Okay, you might feel little releases in your body or a new pulsation. Beautiful. All is well. So in this beautiful space, what do you want? Your heart has a request, and just put it out there. Allow any images, sensations. Beautiful. So in a moment, we're going to come back into everyday conversation. But let's take a moment to put a beautiful, golden, resilient bubble around our entire energy field. We ask and intend that this new vibrational alignment feels safe and comfortable and grounded enough for high-level functioning and being present and reminding yourself, if you are thinking, oh, I feel different, maybe I should be frightened. No. You are witnessing the effects of letting go. And they will be different for each of us. And so as you go through these changes, rather than saying, oh my God, I feel a little dizzy, I feel a little off, I can't remember what I was going to say, take a breath and say, I'm doing it. Say, I'm letting go. And I'll get recalibrated. I'm in between. I'm in between. I made the intention, things are shifting, of course. And I'm never going back. I'm never going back to that egoic, fear-filled prison. the patterns that weren't really me. I'm going to allow myself to feel free floating and kind of unusual during this interim period, knowing that it's all grounding into a wonderful new way for me. Think about the first day you went to kindergarten or college. Oh my God, overwhelming. A change is in the air. That's what this is. But this is a major goalpost for you to ask and intend to permanently not to defer or contract to fear. You're releasing from human bondage, the Achilles heel for humans. And now you can begin your unfettered, divine, magical, empowered work and have dominion over this world with truth, beauty, goodness, and joy, as a queen should. And that is what we just did. So take a nice deep breath. Remember, we're putting those boundaries. You are balanced inside, and all is well, and becoming weller no matter what's happening in the outside world. You are doing your part, taking your responsibility to remember who you are and get on with it. Thank you for joining me. I'm Jan Jorgensen at soundandlighthealingarts.com. After all, everything is vibration.